Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Silent Hill 2 commentary. So, we're out of the prison, finally, thankfully. Probably the darkest and hardest to see area of the game. And now we have our boss fight.
Woo!
Not
It's
with Eddie,
interesting
though.
they don't have the boss fight in the prison proper, actually. Or maybe it's supposed to be like, oh, you think you're out of here, and then, nope, you got a boss fight to deal with instead.
We're getting into Angela's stuff now.
Yep.
So if you read that, you can learn a little bit more about.
Yeah,
her
that's
backstory.
that's
Yeah.
implied to be the news article about her father's murder. Yeah. Oh, this place is looking pretty.
Blech. Yeah.
Where exactly are we right now? Where did we end up after escaping the prison?
That's a good question.
Please. I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please.
Okay, so this sounds like as good a time as any to bring it up, considering what's about to happen. But like one of the things that came up during the lead into the remake's release was, surprise, surprise. Oh no, those woke game developers are ruining video games because Angela's face is rounder than it used to be, I guess.
Yeah, now it's time for Abstract Daddy.
Abstract Daddy, yes, the most unsubtle bit of symbolism outside of an Atlas game.
Oh.
So yeah, first section of this boss fight, you have to run away and do some other stuff. So, you don't fight it just yet.
Does anyone want to guess what this boss fight was like in the original game? Anyone? You'll be shocked to hear that it was
Clunky and awkward.
Yeah, you'll be shocked to hear that it was another square room where you just ran around shooting the boss.
So the implication here is that Angela's dad sexually assaulted her, right?
Implication. Implication.
Listen, okay, if they don't outright say it, then unfortunately, yes, it's an implication, no matter how unsubtle it may or may not be.
Anyway, Abstract Daddy here is kind of just
Is
like
that its official name?
yes.
Oh my god. It is very interesting seeing a Silent Hill monster for a different character in this game.
Yeah,
like,
because this is Angela's demon, not James's.
I'm bowled over that you're fighting this thing with your melee weapon.
It's actually the weakest to it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. At least when we get to the actual boss fight, I'm not supposed to be doing this now. I'm being an idiot.
So you can keep whacking it there and it just will never die.
It goes away so you can explore at your leisure rather than being chased by it, is the thing.
But it'll come back when you get to the next spot.
Section, yeah.
If you go back where you came, is Angela still there?
I don't think so. We do see her high in a certain space coming forward. So, we got rifle rounds. Unfortunately, you do not want to use a rifle on Abstract Daddy because the big bed frame just blocks most of your shots.
Ooh.
So that's why the melee is most effective against it.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm not entirely sure what Silent Hill 2 is driving at by having all of its boss fights have these big box frame attachments to them. Like, it makes sense for Abstract Daddy because, but, like, it's also the case for those stupid things in the hospital that you fight that come out of the ceiling. And it's also the case for the final boss.
Pyramid had as well, like, not boxy pyramid shaped, obviously, but like harsh angles and metallic. I'm sure there is a deeper meaning to it. There's a lot of like rust and metal imagery in the game as a whole, which I'm sure means something. What does it mean? I don't know.
Well, that was true in the original as well, which is disconnected from James, but
Oh, the original Silent Hill, not the original Silent Hill 2. Yeah, I don't know. It's clearly a stylistic choice that they made on purpose. I don't know enough about the... I'm not a Silent Hill scholar, so I couldn't tell you the meaning behind it, sadly. I find it... So you're intended to just run away from this guy this whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can hide in certain spots and he can't get you, but you have to find the TVs with the recordings on it, so it's kind of amazing. You don't have a map for this area, so it can get kind of confusing.
Whoa, frame rate.
Yeah.
It's kind of unreal how bad this game performs in places.
Oh, because that's the name of the engine! Oh, I get it now.
Oh,
what
Jesus.
version of Unreal was this running on?
This is 5.
Yes.
How old is was Unreal 5 at the time?
It's pretty new.
Pretty new?
Why,
Okay.
Which is part of why games perform not so great on it, because developers haven't mastered the engine yet.
That's one of those funny things about engines, where if it's too new, developers don't know how to work it properly. If it's too old, it can't handle what they're trying to do with it. Which I just find
Needs
funny.
to be just right.
Yeah, you need an engine that's the right amount of old for the thing that you're trying to do very specifically. The hell was up with that noise?
I think that was a pipe burst.
Oh, okay.
I like how Abstract Daddy is currently doing the Pyramid Head trope better than Pyramid Head.
Define the Pyramid Head trope.
The Nemesis trope, basically. I don't know
okay.
why. I don't know why people have associated Pyramid Head with that kind of pursuit monster, because it never actually did that.
Yeah,
But,
I'm thinking back throughout this game. Like, there's one part where he's chasing you, and it's fairly scripted, from what I remember. You know, it's not like one of these sorts of, you know, like you're stuck in a confined area and the monster's chasing you, kind of Pac-Man style, actually. That's a thing I more associate with newer games, now that I think about it. Again, not that I know much about horror games, but from my understanding, that's more of a, like an Amnesia kind of thing that goes on more than older games.
Clock Tower would be the big one to bring up. The Clock Tower series is all about pursuit monsters.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with that series at all. It's on my to-do list eventually, partially because it's less like in your face scary from what I can tell.
The Clock Tower series and its spin-off sister game Haunting Ground are entirely based around having one big enemy that pursues you through an area, which you have to outrun and outwit in order to stay alive. In the main series, it's the Scissor Guy. In Haunting Ground, there's like a different enemy for every area, and I think that was true of Clock Tower. Is it 3 or 4? The PS2 game. I really, really want to play Haunting Ground properly, because it's such a good game from what I did manage to play on an emulator, and from what I've seen outside of that. PS2. The problem is that it was a traditional horror game during the PS2 era, which means nobody bought it, and the print run was super limited, so it costs like an arm and a leg now.
Horror games really did like kind of fall off a cliff, like 2005, give or take. I want to say
It's fucking annoying, because a lot of the horror games that were made during that era are excellent. I'm thinking Rule of Rose, Haunting Ground. There's another one that the title escapes me.
It's also funny because there are elements of horror, like, kind of melded into more action genres at the time.
No.
I'm the one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is BioShock. Not that that's a horror game, but there are definitely elements of horror in that, like the pursuit monsters, like the drill guys with the diver suits that you have to either mostly run away from. Like, that's kind of a horror game trope. Although I suppose in the late 2000s, if you weren't an FPS, big companies didn't care about you. So that might be more of the reason why horror games kind of faded away. It's harder to make them flashy. You know, they don't sell Xbox Live subscriptions, you know, stuff like that.
Do you have any heal items, Ryan?
Yeah, oh, he's got like 7 syringes left. He's fine.
Why aren't you using one?
Oh, he doesn't get an awful lot of time to
I don't
do
get a
that.
lot of room, yeah.
I do like, though, that if you get hurt enough, the game flashes the cross in the corner, like, you're dying, dumbass.
Wing and a miss, James.
Is this the only example in the game where you're dealing with a monster that's not of James's mind?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really interesting. Okay.
Oop, am I dead? Nope, I'm not. Huzzah.
So if you get caught, can you, like, mash your way out before you
Yeah.
die? Okay.
Why are you not healing? This is seriously pissing me off, actually.
I mean, I don't know when he's had a window to be fair.
He's
I guess
had
he
a
could,
couple good windows, too.
I mean, I guess he could run all the way to the end of the...
Corner, but...
You actually won that?
Yep.
How in the hell? And now,
And then we teleport to somewhere else. Okay.
that whole thing happened in this room.
Don't order me around.
I'm not. It's okay. It's over.
Don't even try.
Try what?
Like you don't know.
Okay, so yeah, I remarked earlier about Angela starting to be like really aggressive toward James as she starts to understand what kind of person he's here. But this is not really connected to that. This is her cynicism from her experiences boiling over.
Say it.
And she's like, you know,
You could just force me.
she doesn't trust anyone who's trying to help her in general, and if it's a man, she double doesn't trust them because she assumes that they have the obvious ulterior motive. So, yeah, also this is the scene that spells out all the implications of the boss fight, so...
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty obvious now.
So, I brought up the weird complaint about the game being woke because her face was too round, or some shit, at the beginning of this boss fight for a reason, because I'm just like, really, of all the characters that you're gonna complain isn't beautiful enough for you, it's going to be the sexual abuse victim? Really? You're gonna do that with this character?
Yeah, that, yeah, guys. that's not a good look. That, like, that's, I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it, but she's specifically wearing unrevealing clothing on purpose. Like, there are a few items less sexy than a turtleneck. I guess I shouldn't say that. People have a thing for Velma. Okay, never mind. But, you know, again, like, yeah, let's just go with the way Lewis said it.
It's pretty obvious what the character's trying to do, story-wise, so, like, when people started whining about that specifically, I just had to stare at my computer screen, and I'm like, really? We're doing this here with this character now?
It's how you know they didn't actually play the game, or maybe they didn't
They don't
understand what was going on in the game. Because, like, that's very clearly the point.
I don't know how you could play the original Silent Hill 2 and not understand Angela Oroko, but okay.
Because that would involve critically, you know, engaging with the media you consume, and God forbid we do that.
How do you play and like Silent Hill 2 and not enjoy critically engaging with the media you consume? That's just not, like, that's the part of the game that's actually good. I mean, I have had arguments with people in the comments of this and other videos where they're like, no, you don't get it. The combat wasn't the focus. They had a vision. No, it's just dull combat that was worse than Silent Hill 1's combat. I'm sorry. That's not a vision. That's just not very good game design. But, like, the games surrounding it, the story, the tone, the atmosphere, the symbolism, all of that is impressive.
What about the original SH2? Oh, that's okay.
That's new.
Yeah. What about the original Silent Hill 2's combat would you say is worse than the originals?
Mostly the enemy variety. I mean, it's fundamentally the same combat as the first game, which is not all that interesting to begin with, because it's just basic horror combat. And there's not a whole lot of decision making to do. You have as much ammo as you can carry, so like the further into the game you get, the less you have to worry about resources. But at least the enemies came at you from varying directions and with varying speed, you know?
Maria,
Oh, hey, Maria's not dead.
are you hurt?
Not at all, silly.
But it stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
Okay.
This is one of the few scenes I think is a little bit, by a tiny margin, worse than the original.
So the same thing happens in the original, where you find
Yeah.
her in a cell and she's just not dead.
Yeah. The actress for Maria just doesn't have quite the same venom in her voice
After we got separated,
at certain points of the scene, I feel.
There is that, yeah.
Someone else.
There are certain lines in the original game that are like really
We're always so forgetful.
caustic in their delivery.
Remember that time in the
I feel like
Maria?
it's easier for an inexperienced actor to pull those off, so they came off more natural than the rest of the voice acting did, honestly.
I wonder if it's still there.
And those lines feel like punches to the gut, whereas here, I don't know, it's very subdued for some reason.
Aren't you
I don't understand it. It doesn't really.
You're Mary.
I also noticed there's definitely a hospital bed
I am,
behind her.
if you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
Doesn't matter who I am.
Oh, here we go.
I am here for you, James.
So, okay, so the point of Maria as a character is that she's supposed to be like tempting James to, you know, just let go of his trauma and walk away with whatever he wants, you know? Whatever shape that happens to take. And that's like the least healthy thing that you can actually do with any kind of trauma.
But Maria's a creation of the town, right? Or, well,
It's heavily, it's not entirely sure, but it's implied to be in some regard.
In some aspect, yes, and she's obviously like partially born from James's weird situation going on because she looks like his wife, just more sexualized and with like a definitely more flirty and outgoing personality. But the Born from a Wish expansion thing really confuses the issue because it also turns Maria into a character with her own mind and stuff. And it's like, okay, where does Maria end and the nightmare begin? I can't really tell. And not in the fun way that enhances the horror, but in the irritating way where I just can't get my lore straight. You know?
it's ambiguity is a hard thing to pull off in any medium. Leaving something just unanswered enough to be be a satisfying mystery is a really delicate balancing act. You know, over-explain it and you miss the point. Under-explain it and people don't know what's happening. So it's I don't envy them trying to make it work. You know, part of me wonders like how thought through this expansion segment was. I know very little about it. You know, like was it put in as an afterthought because they wanted extra content? Like I don't know.
It was added to a re-release of the game, basically. It was the Xbox version, was it? I think it was.
Yes, I believe so.
And I'm pretty sure it's included in later re-releases too.
Most likely, but It's the end of the part, so that means we'll see you in the next one. And in the next one, we start the labyrinth, my least favorite section of the game. Yippee!
Oh, wonderful.